What is up, you guys? Peter Carlo here with DeCarlo Capital, and today we're going to talk about AMD. Number one, because there is still a good amount for AMD to continue to run, and two, because I hit a very good trade this morning where I ended up making about $152. Of course, I always sell too early. If I would have held, I probably would have pulled out about another $152, but I want to go over all this, explain why I saw value in it, so that this way you guys can use this in the application of your trading, and then also go out where I see AMD going in the next couple of days. So hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already, check out our Discord community. It's completely free. The link is in the description. You guys get access to free courses, live streams, seminars, webinars, free trades from time to time, as well as just an overall amazing non-toxic community. Our goal this year is to become the biggest and the best free trading community out there. I truly believe that community is extremely important, especially when you're newer to trading. And so I highly recommend you guys go ahead and check out our Discord down below. So this is in the testimonial section of the Discord. I posted this in the premium section, so if you do want access to all of my trades, you can upgrade once you're over there in the Discord. It's only $25 a month to get access to all of my trades, all Tommy's trades, all of Callan's trades. So I do recommend you go ahead and check that out. But I posted this at 9:49 a.m. saying entry 75 AMD shares, an average of $112.97. I exited approximately 40 minutes later for a $152 profit. I ended up selling at 115, and you can see I sold at 115, and since then it has ran all the way up to about 116.16. By the time this video gets out, it'll probably be like 3 p.m. so I don't know what the hell AMD will be at that point, but as of right now at 11:08 a.m. That's where we currently are. Now, why did I take a position in this? That's the first thing we're going to look at, and then we're going to talk about specifically where I think this thing is going to go. So very first thing I saw this morning, like I said, I ended up posting this at 9:49, so 20 minutes after market open. I saw this descending wedge. Now, a descending wedge is one of my favorite things to trade. It's very reliable, and it's one of those things that, like, normally 80 to 85% of the time you're going to end up being correct if you know how to trade these, and I've mainly been trading descending wedges for like the past 8 years. So I saw a really nice descending wedge setting up on a day or on the 1 minute chart, and normally we are going to have a squeeze or a release of this right down here in the head of the pimple. I call it the pimple. My team thinks it's funny. They always say the pimple popped, but think of it like your resistance is one finger, your support is the other finger, and you're squeezing a pimple. All the pus is going to get to the head of that pimple. At that point where there's no more area for the pus to take up, it's going to break the skin and break out. That's normally how this works. I know it's disgusting, but it's very visual and usually helps people understand what I'm talking about here. So I saw this descending wedge, and I also saw a divergence. So a divergence occurs when we make a lower low on the stock, like we did here. We made a low of 112.31, and then we made a lower low 5 minutes later, 112.23. But when we made that lower low, the RSI actually made a higher low, which means, doesn't have to confirm this, but it means that the downward movement that we're seeing on this time frame, which was a 1 minute chart, is starting to weaken. Now, the other thing that I saw happen here was AMD got some really good unusual flows come through this morning. And if you guys go back and watch the black box video that I made yesterday, I explained to you what makes a good flow and what makes a bad flow. So I recommend you go ahead and check it out. But same strike, same date, ton of urgency, not a ton of money, but whatever, still very good. So 325 expiration, they're expecting a big push intraday or overnight. So a very short-term play. You know, the flow coupled with this day trade setup, I was very happy. Now, my goal was just to get this thing back up to about 113.60. The reason that this was a resistance is because this is what that high was before, so we're going to use that as a resistance. Instead, we ripped all the way up to 114.40, which I set a trailing stop loss, and then ended up tagging out around like 115. And since then, we have just continued to run. But looking at the bigger time frame, looking at this hourly chart, at the time of me entering, we were all the way down on support, 1 hour support. So I ended up entering, like I said, around 112.90s. So if I would have held until now, I'd actually be up 3%. But looking at this now, 1 hour RSI is pointing up. 1 hour MACD is about to cross. We're up over the point of control, and it's looking like we're going to see AMD, because there's so little volume here, at least push up tomorrow or into Friday up to $120. So I do think I sold too early. If this can pull back down to like 115.22, I'll be very happy. But at this very moment. I did sell probably too early, but I was just happy with the trade. I didn't plan on being in front of my computer all day. So I always say trade the plan. So I planned it out, I hit the trade, and that's what I ended up doing. So I hope this video helps, guys. Comment down below if you have any tickers you want me to look at. I want to start doing more like recaps of trades and stuff on this channel, simply because a lot of you guys ask me like, how specifically do I trade? And I feel like this will be a really good way to do that. Thanks for all the support. Have a great day. See you later.